1. Sophia Loren. Sophia Loren is an Italian actress. With a career spanning over 70 years, she was named by the American Film Institute as one of the greatest stars of classical Hollywood cinema and is one of the last surviving major stars from the era. Sophia continued to work well into her later years, starring in hit films such as Grumpier Old Men with Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon. Her natural beauty is something that made her nearly irresistible, both an actress and a sex symbol. 2. Jacqueline Bisset. Jacqueline Bisset starred in hit films from the 60s, such as Bullet and the Sweet Ride, for which she received a Golden Globe nomination. Her career has shown no signs of slowing down, even though she's up into her 70s. She has been seen recently on British television shows such as Dancing on the Edge and on the big screen with Drew Barrymore in Miss You already. 3. Julie Christie. Julie Christie is an English actress that started her film career in 1963 when she landed a starring role in Billy Liar. But her big breakout role was in 1965 when she starred in Darling and then later in Dr. Zhivago. Since then, she has been in countless movies and received just as many awards. One of the most recent was The Company You Keep, where she co-starred with Sam Elliott and Robert Redford. Her natural beauty will go down in history as one of the greats. 4. Vera Miles. Vera Miles is the beautiful actress that starred in many Alfred Hitchcock films over the years. Her role in the 1960 release of Psycho as Lila Crane was one of the most well-known roles she would play in her career. Vera retired from her Hollywood career in 1995, but before doing so, she made appearances on hit TV shows such as Murder, She Wrote. Since then, she has tried very hard to stay out of the public eye and does everything she can to avoid interviews and public appearances. 5. ANUK Amy. Starting at the young age of 14, ANUK Amy is a French actress that made her debut in 1946 in La Maison sous la Mer, where she played the role of ANUK. And she liked the name so much, she actually kept it for the rest of her career. Amy went on to star in over 70 different films over the course of her career. She continues to work as a French actress and was recently seen in the comedy film Mince, Allures. Her striking beauty earned her a spot on the top 100 sexiest stars of film history, according to Empire magazine. 6. Julie Andrews. Miss Julie Andrews was one of the most popular theatre actresses of the 1950s. She started working as an actress at the young age of 10 when she appeared on the West End in 1948. Just 6 years later, she made her Broadway debut in The Boy Framed. However, most people will immediately recognize her from one of her most iconic roles, where she played the perfect magical nanny, otherwise known as Mary Poppins in 1964. Then the following year, she had another smash hit with The Sound of Music. She is still going strong over 7 decades later and recently released a new preschool TV series called Julie's Green Room. 7. Claudia Cardinali. This lovely actress, Claudia Cardinali, ranks up there as one of the most talented females to come out of Italy. She actually won a contest for the Most Beautiful Italian Girl in Tunisia, where the prize was a trip to Italy, where she landed her film contracts. Over her long career, Cardinali was incredibly diverse in her choice of movie roles, starring in British, French, Italian, and English-speaking films. She also ventured into stage work, but it was her film career that was her main claim to fame. She claims to have starred in over 142 films. 8. Sarah Miles. This British-born actress is Sarah Miles, who was one of the hottest actresses available during the 60s, 80s. She starred in hit films such as The Servant and Blow Up that were extremely popular in the late 60s. Miles continues working as both a film actress as well as making theatrical appearances up until the early 90s, when she started to take more time for her personal life. Her last movie was The Accidental Detective, which was released in 2003 but has since retired. 9. Maggie Smith. Maggie Smith has starred in over 50 films in her long career, dating back to the early 50s, and is considered to be one of Great Britain's most recognizable actresses. For the Harry Potter fans of the world, you will immediately recognize this as Professor McGonagall, who was played by Smith from 2001 to 2011. She has continued working and shows no signs of stopping anytime soon. 10. Shirley Mlan. This 6-time Academy Award nominee is none other than the great Shirley Mlan, who has starred in some of Hollywood's most popular films. She made her film debut in The Trouble with Harry, the Alfred Hitchcock film that was released in 1955, for which she won a Golden Globe. Mlan would win numerous awards over the course of her career, including a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2012 for her outstanding work over the last 5 decades. She has a role in the film Wild Oats that was released just a few short months prior to this writing. 11. Margaret. Margaret is one of those actresses that just doesn't seem to age, or better yet, seems to get better with age. She was also quite the singer. Some even considered her to be the female version of Elvis Presley. But it was after a screen test at 20th Century Fox that landed her a 7-year movie deal. Margaret has starred in numerous iconic films over 5 decades. She has been in show business such as Viva Las Vegas, Bye Bye Birdie, and of course, the Grumpy Old Men films. She continues to work and seem to look as good as she ever did. 12. Katherine Deneuve. Katherine Deneuve has made quite a name for herself over the years as both an actress as well modeling and even as a producer. She was born in France, and that's where the majority of her film career took place. Although she did have English movies as well, later in her career she starred in The Musketeer, which was released in 2001. She mainly has switched to the work behind the camera as of late, but she still is said to produce a couple movies per year. 13. Katherine Ross. This stunning actress is the one and only Katherine Ross that starred in 2 of the most popular films of the 60s, Butch Cassidy and The Sundance Kid, as well as in The Graduate. That immediately cemented her on the list of most beautiful actresses of the 60s. Ross later went on to marry Sam Elliott in 1984 and has been with him ever since. Her film career started to slow down after she appeared in the 2001 cult classic Donnie Darko, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. 14. Vanessa Redgrave. Vanessa Redgrave has been considered to be one of the greatest living actresses of our time, according to Tennessee Williams and Arthur Miller. She made her debut as a stage actress in the late 50s, then switching to the big screen. Over her long career, Redgrave starred in more than 80 films and has even been inducted into the American Theatre Hall of Fame. One of her most recent films was The Butler, which was critically acclaimed in almost every category. 15. Shirley Jones. Shirley Jones started her career as a stage actress after her parents allowed her to move to New York City with $100 in her pocket. They apparently gave her 1 year to make it before they would make her come back home. Well, it's safe to say that she made it. Most of you will recognize Shirley Jones from her role as the mom on the hit TV show, The Partridge Family. But she also had quite the film career. She even starred in Grandma's Boy as a nymphomaniac senior citizen, so we know she had a sense of humor as well.